This is Gary Bledsoe. How you doing?
And Lynette Bledsoe.
All right, great. So we're coming to you tonight with training in which we always try to give you as much nuggets as we can on the things that are definitely working for us and the things that we've learned over the years to try to help you guys. But we're going to get more into our story in a little bit. But if you want, while you're on here, we want to thank you for being on here, and we ask that you please type your name and where, you don't have to type your name because we're on Facebook and we know who your name is, of course, but you can type where you're watching this from. You can say Texas, or you can say San Antonio, Texas, or New York City, Bronx, wherever you're watching us from. We truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much for showing up for us. We're so excited. I just want to ask you real quick, how was your week this week? Was it a good week? Was it a terrible week? Just type it in. If your week was like not good, then you know what? You have the opportunity for it to even get better. This week you have a chance because maybe you can use something that we're going to show you. Some of this stuff you may have heard already, but we're just going to give you our perspective of it because in order for grow your business, you have to stay focused. So I don't know, do you want to add anything?
Nope, just okay. Make sure you guys have a pen and paper because we're gonna share 5 things. So make sure you have that pen and paper, and before we actually get started, tag someone who you think these tips may help too.
Okay, great. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get started and get into our presentation. So just stand by. All right, here we go. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate it. This is 5 ways to completely stay focused on your business goals. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there have some business goals, so we definitely want you to stay focused on your business goals. That's the only way that you're going to grow. If you're not, I always say you get what you focus on. So if you're focusing on growing your business and your business goals growing, then you definitely what it is that you want. But let me just talk to you tonight about what we are going to be covering tonight. We're going to be asking you some serious questions that we always do every Sunday. We ask you some serious questions, and then we're going to tell you who we are. So that way, if you're on here for the first time, if it's the first time you're hearing from us, you might not know who we are. We're going to tell you exactly who we are. We're going to give you the 5 ways to completely stay focused on your business goals, because I know that's what you want to do, and I know that's what you're waiting for. We're going to give you a powerful call to action step, something that we always do every week, and then we're going to give you our amazing bonus just for listening to us. So we really appreciate everybody that stays on to the very end. Make sure you stay on to the very end because our bonuses are usually something that you can do right now. They're usually not like downloads and stuff like that. We try to give you something that you can do right now to be able to help you build your business. And then we can do some Q&A if you have any questions. We may not answer them live, but what we can do is, because we're both on this presentation, when you can ask those the Facebook comment section, and guess what will happen? We'll gladly answer them, throughout the presentation. So thank you so much for being here. So we're going to go ahead and ask you those questions now. Quick questions. How would it feel to get more people to your Facebook live streams? Imagine you did a powerful live stream. You put your makeup on, you got your hair cut if you're a guy, got your beard all shaped up, and then you decided that you want to do a very powerful presentation about your business opportunity, but you don't know how to get more people there. Well, how would you feel if you did have more people watching that presentation? Think about that for a minute. And if you want, you can type in the answer to these questions as we're going along. How would it feel to get more likes, more comments, and more shares to your Facebook live streams, or perhaps even your posts on Facebook? How would that feel for you? You can type that in also. If it would feel awesome, amazing, say it, phenomenal, think about that. How would it feel? How would it feel to get more people to your website? More people coming to your website or your company's website. How would that feel for you? How would it feel to get more people contacting you instead of you chasing them down? I always call it, I would rather be the hunted instead of the hunter. So how would that feel to have more people contact? Every time you come home, you open up, you see messages in your inbox saying, hey, I'm interested in your business. Think about that. How would that feel for you? Well, let me tell you who we are before we go ahead and get started. We've been in students of network marketing since 1997. We had some small successes, but we had a lot of failures. And during this time, we became great students. We learned all we could on how to personally develop our skill set, our communication skills, our recruiting and team building skills, how to advertise online and offline. We just did a whole bunch of amazing things. We created several video training series on business development. We became co-authors in a book. We spoke to large audiences around the country sharing our strategy. tips on how to effectively use online and offline techniques to get leads, customers, and recruits. We've been interviewed and featured in local and national publications. So this is a little bit of us, how we, what we're doing. My daughter here and my son, they're both playing on the slide. They're going out on an outing. My son, he's just enjoying his time in a Microsoft camp that they had. My wife and I having breakfast in the morning before we go out to have a nice breakfast. Having a coffee before we go out to have a nice breakfast. Us just having fun, enjoying a cabana at one of the local the amusement parks here in San Antonio. This is another picture of us. This is a screenshot of us being co-authors in the book. We were so proud of that. This is just one of the galas that we went to, and we received so many awards for all of our business accomplishments. So just to let you know that you're in good hands. We definitely, we don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. We're going to show you the things that have been working for us, and we're going to show you how that stuff is going to definitely help you grow your business. So let me get into the first way. The first way, know your why. This is so important. See, you have to write down, why did you make the decision to become a home business owner? I know you hear this a lot. A lot of people always say, why? What's my why? What's my why? But that is very important. You have to write it down. Think about that for a second. I'm pretty sure your upline probably asked you to do that, or maybe one of your top leaders in your company asked you to do that. And the reason why they asked you is because it's very powerful. You need to write down exactly why it is that you joined the business and became a home business owner. Why? Let me tell you why you need to do that. You need to do that for the main reason is because when things start happening not so good for you, when you encounter negative people that's telling you no, when you encounter people that's saying they're going to show up for your business presentation, or they're going to look video, your company's video on the website, and the company's website to join your business, and your opportunity video, and they say no, you're going to run into all these things that are going to distract you, that are going to interrupt you, that are going to just push you to the side. And you need to have something to remind yourself of why it is that you did make the investment, the time investment, the decision to become a homeowner, so that way whenever those things happen, you got that reminder right there. So that's why it's so important for you to write it down. You should write down what results you want to obtain from your why. I always hear people say, I actually love to hear what people say, when I always hear it, I want to pay my car payment, I want to be able to pay my house, I want to be able to fire my boss, I want to quit my job, I want to be able to have to spend more time with my family, I want to be able to take more vacations, I'm just tired of being in traffic every morning. Write down these things. Write down what results you want from what is. Write them down. Like, what is the results that you want? You want this, you want that. I know it looks like it's redundant, but you need to write it down. Write first, why did you become a home business owner? Then write what you want to happen as becoming a business owner. These things are so important. Every single day, I want you to think about how it would make you feel to hit your goals and dreams. How would you feel? Imagine going to a restaurant and ordering from the left side of the menu instead of the right side of the menu. What's on the right side of the menu? The prices. The left side is exactly what all the stuff you want. So every time we go to a restaurant, what do most people do? They go to the right side because they say, well, I want that's on the left, but I can't buy it because I don't have the price, the money to afford it, which is on the right. So think about it every day. See, what you think about, you bring about. I always say that. What you think about, you bring about. So you should always have that in the forefront of your mind. How it would feel to hit your goals and dreams and push for it. Be proud of yourself. I'm going to give you a clap right now. Be proud of yourself because you're on the path to freedom. A lot of your friends and family are going to be still stuck at a job, still stuck in traffic, still stuck, listening to a boss who has their thumb on them all the time saying, do this and do that. And do you know at your job, they tell you when to eat, they tell you how much you can eat, they tell you what time to wake up, they tell you all these different things, and you don't think that it's a form of control. It is. But you have to be proud of yourself because you're actually on the path to being away from all that, to getting away from that, to be free. And that's a very big deal. So, be proud of yourself. Number 2, I want you to think about how you want your business to look in 90 days. In 90 days, visualize what you want to happen in 90 days. Exactly what do you want to happen in your business in 90 days? Do you want 5 new teammates? Do you want 10 new teammates? Maybe new teammates, and maybe you want to rank advance, you want to move up in your company, maybe you want to make an extra $400, maybe another extra $800, maybe an extra $1,200, maybe an extra $2,000 between now and 90 days. You need to visualize it. Close your eyes right now and think about how you want your business to look in the next 90 days. Then I want you to write down your 90-day goals down. Write these goals down, the things that you want. You hear me saying write down a lot. That's why we told you in the beginning to get a pen and paper, because it's very important for you to write down your goals. Then we want you to make it realistic and obtainable. What do I mean by that? A lot of times people say in 90 days, oh, I guess I want to become a multi-millionaire with this company. It's not going to happen unless you just, some luck goes into play, but you're not going to get it. So make it a realistic one. What's a realistic one? Make it an extra $400. Make it an extra $800. Make it an extra $2,000. That's realistic. Having an extra 5 people in your team, 10 people, 20. That's realistic and it's obtainable. So make sure it's realistic and obtainable. Work backwards. What I mean by that, okay, if you want 5 extra people on your team in 90 days, then you got to figure out where you're going to go get these 5 people. Then you got to figure out what you're going to say to these 5 people and what presentation are you going to use. That's why I always say you have to work backwards in order for you to know exactly what it is that you want to do. And then work until. Speaking of 90 days, I hear a lot of people say, well, I'm going to try this business out for 30 days. If it doesn't work, I'm going to quit. No, you need to try this business. Don't even try the business. You need to do the business until what? Until you hit your goals and dreams that you wrote down, until you hit your why, until your why is fulfilled. You need to work until. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. How we doing so far, guys? Is it working well for you? Are you understanding? Are these 2 steps pretty good? Are helping you stay focused? If they are, type in the comment section right now. We truly appreciate it. But we're going to move forward and we're going to go into step number 3, the third way. The third way is you have to create your prospecting action plan. If you're growing a network marketing business or a home business, you're going to need customers. You're going to need teammates in order for you to move up. So think of create a prospecting game plan. Write down how many people you can and will expose your business opportunity to per day. Yeah, that's very important. Are you going to expose 5 extra people per day? Are you going to expose 10 extra people, 20 extra people? See, the big leaders, they try to expose as many people per day as they can. That's why they're big leaders in your company. So that's what you want to do. You want to write this amount down so that way you can have a good idea of, well, I didn't get to do 5 people, I did 3, but you know what? I got 2 more I got to go do because I wrote this down that this is my goal and that I was going to expose these people every day. Make a list. You can actually company, do they have a memory jogger? That's something to help you remember the type of people that you can actually contact on a daily basis. So write these names down so that way you might say, well, oh, I can let this person know about my business opportunity. I can let that person know. Write that down. Make a list about it. Figure out where you will expose these people. Will it be on social media? Will it be in home parties, home meetings? Maybe it would be in a mall or something. Whatever way you're going to prospect people. Maybe it might be through business cards, handouts. It might be through events that you guys are throwing. You never know what it is. Have a plan how you will expose people. Because what I always say, people who don't plan to fail, who don't plan to fail. I always say that. People who fail to plan definitely plan to fail. So you want to make sure you make a plan out what you're going to do. Decide how much you want to spend to advertise your business opportunity. Wait a minute. You're talking about I got to spend more money. I just made my investment into this opportunity. Invested some years ago and I got to spend money. Yes, if you want to be as big as McDonald's, you have to be able to spend just like McDonald's is spending money for advertising. You want to be as big as Apple computers at Apple, you have to be able to spend as much money as Apple spends when it comes to building your business. See, they always say you don't need money to make money. Yes, I do agree with you. But in some cases, but I always say, in most cases, if you want to make big money, you have to spend money to make big money. So that's the good thing about being able to advertise for your business. It's an extra voice for you. It's an extra avenue for you to have that up while you're doing something else. You're someone out there, or your advertisement is actually telling people about your business opportunity. See, I always hear that saying, if you build it big, they will come. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not true. If you build it big, they will come, but only if you let them know that you're there. So think about that right there. So Moving on the fourth way. The fourth way is you have to create your follow-up game plan. See, what do I mean by that? You got to know that the fortune is all in the follow-up. Without following up with your prospects, you're not going to get anywhere, because a prospect has to sometimes be exposed or reminded several times before making a decision to join or to buy. You know, they have to see it over and over and over again sometimes in order for them to say, yes, I think I will go ahead and take action. But they'll never get that over and over again if you don't follow up with them, if you don't let them know. So you follow up until, that's very good. You have to learn how to make your telephone, email, and text messaging your best friend. See, that has to become your BFF. That has to be your best friend, because without your telephone, without your email, without your text messaging, you ain't going to be able to get
And just to add to following up, if you're not following up with your friends, family, or whatever, and letting them know the service that you provide, or the company that you can service them with, if they get introduced by somebody else, maybe a coworker or someone else, they may actually sign up with that person, because in a sense you've stopped talking to them about that company or that service, so they kind of think you don't do it anymore. So you don't want them to be talked to about it for the seventh time, and we've seen this happen where someone initially introduced a business to a person, but they never really followed up with them, and they actually signed up with maybe a coworker or someone else, maybe a year or two later. So you definitely want to make sure you let everyone know that you still provide that service, or you're still with that company. Exactly.
That's very, very important. And also, you want to decide that the word no won't faze you, because you're going to get a lot of no's, but decide that you will not let a no disturb you at all. You have to make sure that that no is just a word. It's not going to be something that's going to definitely affect you. Number 5, you have to know that you have to go to work. See, you have to go to work. You got to take massive action. Without taking massive action, you'll never, ever make it happen. See, you got to know that the dream doesn't work unless you go to work. Your dreams and your goals will never be achieved if you don't go to work to get it, to make it happen. So you have to make sure that you go to work on doing what you have to do. You got to be prepared to be uncomfortable. See, I have a saying, and the saying goes like this. It says, you got to learn how to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. You understand? You got to be uncomfortable now. See, there's another saying that says, do today what others won't, so that you can have tomorrow what others don't. You got to be able to do that exact thing. Be uncomfortable. That's very important. Leave your ego at the door. Your ego has no place here at all. You got to understand that your past and your present does not equal your future unless you do nothing. If you do nothing, it's going to equal your future. So you have to understand that. That's very, very important. So we want to just talk to you about a little something that we do. If you're not too sure that, what to do, if you need help, you should maybe think about hiring a coach. Why? Coach does a lot of good things for you. Coach helps you get what you want faster. They help you get what you want quicker, because that's an accountability partner that's there for you. And we have 2 powerful coaching programs that are designed to help you get off to a fast start and getting more leads and more recruits in your home business. How would you like to hit those goals in 90 days? Well, we can definitely if you have no clue. Maybe your company is not, your upline is not helping you as much as that you want, but you can actually seek us and we can help you.
And the reason why we put something like this together is because we get reached out all the time asking for one-on-one help, and it's hard to help everyone at the same time. So we kind of designed this to help as many people as we can at the same time. So sometimes it's hard to answer a question within an email because it's not one plain answer to each question, but if we can sit down with you guys and actually see what the problem is or see what needs to be fixed, that might be a better solution for you guys. And we've been actually doing this right here with a group of people, and the time that we've been able to spend one-on-one with them has been just so huge for their business.
Exactly. And see, the first coaching program we have, which is our coaching program. I mean, it's really, really, really deep, where we go deep inside your business. We show you what you need to do. We give you daily plans and things like that. And then our second one we have is our ongoing coaching program, where we coach you every single month. It's not as deep as the extensive one, but it's definitely something that can help you be accountable to somebody outside of your business, somebody outside of your opportunity, that will look at you and talk to you in a more objective way, because we're outside of there. And so let me tell you about ours. It's called the Bledsoe Success Group Coaching Program. Our extensive program details are basically this. You get 6 one-on-one calls with us. I mean, very deep hours. Some of them, it might be an hour and a half calls, where we go right into your business. We help you. We show you everything you need to do. We give you motivation. We give you all kinds of inspiration. We definitely would do our social media package, which is a Facebook business page, Instagram, and Twitter review or setup what you need to do. Or you can have our website package, which is our website and blogging review package and setup. If you want to get a blog started, we can definitely show you how you can get that started.
And just to add to number 2, I think this set right here, just this part alone, has been we get the most feedback from, because if you're watching this video right now, or if you look at our page, the purpose of our page is to help network marketers use the internet to help their business grow, so to get leads and to get recruits on their business. So number 2 has been huge. We've gotten so many thank yous just by sitting, and we actually sit down with you for 2 hours looking at everything that you have, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything that you have, just to make sure that you're set up to attract and to get recruits and to get leads and to get customers buying and joining you. So just number 2 alone has been worth everything from the coaching clients that we've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. So just this alone, we've gotten so many thank yous, and it's just helping everyone readjust what they thought they had was okay, or just maybe taking it up to the next level of what they had already.
Exactly. So, and you also get 4 value-packed webinars. Now, the webinars you're going to get are not like these webinars. You're actually going to get stuff that we've had invested money in, and we're able to actually rebroadcast it and show it to you, some of the millionaire stuff that we have from millionaires. You're not going to, these webinars you're on right now are really good, but the ones that we're going to give you in that weekly webinar, oh my gosh, it's really, really, we actually just did one today earlier, and our students that in our current class that we have right now, oh my gosh, I cannot believe the stuff that you guys are actually sharing with us. This is unbelievable.
And the webinars, again, that we share, they're kind of taking it up to the next level, because sometimes you start off in network marketing, you're kind of learning everything, but these are like next level stuff. These are for the ones that are serious. If you want to leave your job, these are the ones who are serious, who want to stay home with their kids. These are for the ones who are totally serious and hitting the highest level in their company. Because what we're sharing with you guys, we did it already. So we don't really need to hit the highest level again. But we want to help you learn exactly how we did it from the leaders that we learned from. So that's what you're getting. You're getting that private webinar sharing secrets from top leaders who don't share outside of their company normally.
Exactly. That's it. That's what you're going to get. And you're also going to get our daily routine accountability to-do list. See, if you don't, this is where the word acronym IPA comes in. Single day, in order for you to grow your business, you have to be doing your daily IPAs. What is an IPA? Income producing activity. What are your income producing activity? You go to work every day, that's an income producing activity, but is it creating freedom? See, I'm not anti-job. I'm pro-freedom. I believe that you cannot grow to be rich on your job. So you need to be doing income producing activities, not just for your job, for your boss. You need to be doing those income producing activities for yourself. And we have a daily sheet that we can go over with you every single day. I mean, every week we go over it with all of our students, and we ask them, okay, so what did you do here? Did you do this one here? Did you do number 5? Did you do number 20? Did you do number 10? We ask them over and over, and what happens is when they get that accountability, guess what happens? They realize that they're not doing some of the things they need to do, or they realize gosh, I am on the right path. I am doing the right thing. So this right here is very, very, very powerful also. You also get complete email and text support during the our 5 week coaching cycle. It's 5 short weeks, or 5, however you want to look at it, but it's 5 weeks where you can contact us. We actually had somebody reach out to us yesterday for ask a quick question, and she said, wow, you guys are really fast. You answer, really, really fast. I say yes, because you could be sitting there with a prospect and you want to know what to say and you don't know what to say, so you text us real quick, or on a down low, I guess, on being kind of sneaky, you're texting, hey, what do I say? I have a prospect in it, and we'll answer you right there. And that right there is very, very important to be able to, it's very powerful to have in your corner. And then if you want to know about our ongoing coaching program, the details are a little bit different with a lot less that you get, but it's still pretty good to have somebody. You'll get one monthly one-on-one coaching call. We'll give you a 1 hour call where we'll speak to you, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, where we speak to you and give you motivation, see what's happening in your life, see what struggles you're going through, and see if we can try to help you get out of that, give you some motivation, inspiration, help you know what to do, give you some how-tos of what to do. You're also going to get the same value-packed webinars that you're going to get from the other one, the private webinars. You're going to get with the extensive students. You'll actually be invited into that webinar where you can actually watch those that also. You can join in on that if you want. You're also going to get the same thing, but you won't have text access, but you will have email access to us during the coaching program. So that's really, really good. And if you want to know more about this, see, I always say, what have you got to lose? What are the things you got to lose? Are the things that you're doing right now getting you the results that you want? If they're not, then won't you try to do something different? See, if you put a paper in a copy machine and you keep hitting copy, what? You're trying to wait for it to look a different way. It won't. You have to take the paper out and turn it around, or turn it over, or put a new paper in that. So what have you got to lose? Aren't you getting tired of biting your computer because you don't have a good, effective online presence? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to create that online presence to get more people hunting you instead of you hunting them. So if you want to know more about our coaching program, I want you to visit this website here, whoisgarybledsoe.com/coaching program. Make sure you go there. That way you can watch the full video and know exactly what you need to do. Or you can actually email me, email both of us at the email address right here, and in the subject line type in coaching program details. That way I can give you all the information, all the details. Now, what we want to do is we want to give you our bonus. Our bonus, we're going to give you our 5 do's and our 5 don'ts. Now, you saw us talk to you about home meetings. Maybe you want to do home meetings and be able to attract more people into your business, but you're not really sure what to do. Well, then that's going to give you 5 don'ts that you definitely shouldn't do for your business.
Now, the don'ts may be obvious, but maybe not. So we just have to share the don'ts. So let's get started. So the first one is a suggestion. I know if you're a woman or you're a mom, probably you're used to cooking huge amounts of food. But for a home meeting, you don't want to have huge amounts of food, because guess what? People get tired afterwards. So keep it simple. Make finger foods, chicken wings or chips, things like that. And plus you don't want them in your house all night. So make it something easy for them to go ahead and leave right after. Obvious, maybe not. Don't serve alcohol. You want to make sure when you're doing your presentation that everyone there is coherent. They understand what they're listening to. You don't want anyone calling you the next day, saying, hey, I don't remember signing up for this, and having any regrets. Have everyone there in one piece, and so don't serve alcohol. Don't allow children in the room when you're doing the home meeting. And we have children, so your home meeting doesn't have to be all night. So you can have your kids, maybe if you have a babysitter, have them watch them in one of the other rooms, or maybe they have a family room. And I would suggest not to have guests bring children, because they're not your children, so you can't control them. You can only control yours. So make it known that your guests should not bring children unless they play well with yours, but because you kind of don't want any interruptions during your home meeting. You don't want a child coming out saying, hey, Johnny hit me, and they start fighting. We have kids, we understand that, so it happens with our own kids right now, and they're in the room. But you want to make sure that you have a distraction-free zone. So of course, no alcohol, no children, and don't allow the guests to take over What do I mean by that? Don't let them interrupt. Whether, I know with our company, we just pop in a video, right? You can just pop in, or I can have a website, a video playing on the computer. Don't let anyone make you pause the video, make you stop what you're saying. Don't let them take over. There's more than enough room at the end for question and answer. So just tell them, hey, just like in a sense how we do with the webinar. We'll definitely have time for Q&A, but let's save that question for the end. Matter of fact, write it down. And again, don't let guests ask questions during that presentation. What you want to do is allow for one-on-one. So let's say if your presentation is done and you do say, hey, you know what? Now we're done. What I want you guys to do is what we actually learned from our upline is when the presentation is done, you hand out applications at the end. Give everyone an application, assume the sale. So everyone's going to have an application, and you're going to have them start filling it out. And what you want to do is whoever invited that person to your home, you're going to let them take that person to the side and answer any questions that they might have. Even if they're not going to fill out the application, let them walk away and ask the questions one-on-one so that they don't that question doesn't distract anyone who might be excited about joining your company. Let them ask the question alone, and then you guys can figure out the answer later. But you don't want to distract anyone who's excited for wanting to join the company, and then someone asks an ignorant question and that just throws the whole meeting off. And your dues. So these are the 5 things you definitely want to do when you're hosting a meeting. Train your team to participate. So like I said, at the end, we have some things for them to do. They're going to take their guests aside and talk to them one-on-one. What you want to train your team to do is if you're asking questions, make sure they're happy, make sure they're excited, make sure they're participating, make sure they're answering questions. Because your guests are new. They're not going to know, to be happy or to ask a question. But you want to train your team to keep the energy of that room excited, and happy. Invite more people than what you want. And if you're a parent, you probably know when you're holding a kid's party, if you invite 20 kids, in most cases, depending where you're hosting that party, all 20 kids are not going to show up. There's always going to be no-shows anyway. So you want to make sure that you're inviting way more people than what you can fit in your home, because they're not all going to show up. And it's better than it's better than inviting just 5 people and seeing nobody. So definitely try to go for more. And embrace the long term. So remember, you're planting seeds. So even if they don't show up right away, even if your team doesn't show up right away, you're keeping the momentum. You're keeping it known that you can create a home presentation for your teammates. Let's say if you do this every Sunday. Let's say if you hold these every Sunday night, every once a month on a Sunday night. If you keep doing that consistently, your team will know that your house is the place to go on that, on those Sunday nights.
And also in planting seeds, you can look at it in this way. If a person comes to the meeting and they're not ready to join, see, it's all about timing. Maybe timing is not right for them. Maybe they just got a good news on their job and they want to go, further with that. So maybe time is not right. So you planted a seed to them, letting them know that there is an opportunity. So when you're ready, so for example, they might say that this opportunity that they got on their job, and then all of a sudden a month later, they might not be interested in the opportunity anymore, but they will remember that someone told them about a way that they can make extra money from home, and a way that they can create be able to fire their boss. And so they might say, well, you know what, let me give John a call, or let me get Mary a call, because I remember what I saw in that opportunity in that home meeting, and I think I want to go ahead on with it. So that's how you can look at planting seeds.
And I know in our company, I know if you guys, you can type below if you've ever heard of this term, but in our company we call this BAM FAM. And what that means, it's an acronym for book a meeting from a meeting. So what does that mean? That means if you let's say if you had a home meeting tonight and someone was super excited, they signed up, they got the service, they got the product, they're ready to go. So guess what? You're going to take that person and set up a home meeting for them at their home. And you're going to continue the process. They sign up their first rep, or they sign up their first customer. You're going to continue booking meetings from meetings and booking meetings from meetings. Guess what? That creates excitement for that new person who just signed up, because they're having new customers, new recruits in their business. their team is like totally blowing. We've seen in our company, we've seen people just continue to do BAM-FAMs all the time, and their business just quadruples and stuff because it's so much momentum and so much excitement and so many things happening at the same time that you can hit the highest level of your company just from focusing on this right here. And then help with their vision. Either it's you're talking about your team or the person there. They may not, like Gary said, maybe they just got a promotion at their job, so they may not see the value of what your business can do for them, but you might be able to shed light. Maybe you were a single mom when you got started, and they may be in that same position, and they may think that they're stuck in being a single mom forever, not having a way out. You may share stories. You may be the story that they hear that just totally says, you know what, if she did it, I can do it, or if he did it, I can do it. So definitely help them see that vision too.
And so your next steps is to make sure you definitely, if you do need a coach, if you do need somebody to help you be accountable to. See, I always believe that the people that go to the gym and try to work it out on their own, trying to accomplish a goal, like they might be overweight, they usually they do hit their goals, but they hit it a lot slower than if they had someone else that they were accountable to. So make sure you get more details regarding our coaching program. We would love to work with you and help you in any kind of way that we can. Make sure you use the 5 ways. Those 5 ways are very important to keep you focused on your business goals, on your business opportunity, on growing your team, on growing your income, being able to have the whys and the things that you want. You know, use the home meetings, the do's and the don'ts. Those things have worked for us. They have worked for millionaires. They've worked for thousands of people, hundreds of people, and they definitely can work for you. So use the 5 do's and don'ts to be able to help you have a more effective home meeting. You know, make sure you send an email to us if you I don't know if you watched this last week. I should have talked to you a little bit about it, but we have a social media cheat sheet that, you know, we have. We can show you how, you know, it's a very powerful cheat sheet. It tells you when can you post on social media, when you shouldn't, when you should, the different types of social media.
And it tells you exactly where to post what. So if you've ever got stuck and you wanted to share something but didn't know what it should be, didn't know if it would bring any customers, if it would bring any recruits, that cheat sheet shares with you guys exactly what to post in what social media platform. Because what you post on Twitter might not be effective on LinkedIn. So you want to definitely make sure that if you want a result, you want to post the right things in the right places.
Exactly. And next week at this exact same time, we're going to be doing another, you know, live training to be able to help you achieve your goals and dreams. You know, because as we always say, you know, our slogan is we help network marketers get more leads and more recruits to help them find success in their home business. So that's something that we definitely want to do. You can watch this from the comfort of your home. You can watch this from your smartphone, from your tablet. So make sure you join us. And in the meantime, make sure you get the daily tips by clicking on email signups on the left side of this. On the right. The left side of this page right here is Facebook page. Make sure you click email signups.
And under following tab. But before Gary ends too, I just wanted to share with you guys, if you got value from any of those tips, do us a favor before we get off. Just comment below, yes, I did. What was your favorite part? Just let us know if you got value, because like Gary always says, the more that you guys like these type of trainings, the more that we don't mind putting them together and sharing with you guys exactly what's working for us, so that you guys can have success in your business.
And also, yes, and definitely, I was about to say, you know, under the followings tab, make sure you don't miss any more about our live notifications. I mean, it's better to be there live than to be there afterwards. You know, watching the replay. It's better to watch it live because it might be something that you can ask, and we can answer right away in real time in the in the comment section that we can help you with, that maybe you can implement right away. You know, we've known people who have done stuff like that, and guess what happened? They went out there and they did what that person told them by asking that quick question, and they was able to recruit somebody into their business. So, you know, make sure you click on the followings tab, click on the on for live notifications, so you can always be aware that we are going to have a live for you to be able to every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central to help you grow your business. That being said, we want to thank you all so for being on this presentation. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love to spend our Sunday evenings with you to be able to help you grow your opportunity, to help you grow your business, to help you grow your income, to help you find some freedom. See, we want to make sure we bring moms home from a job so they can be with their kids. You have 18 summers to be with your child. 18. And after that, they're often, they become adults and they don't want to spend time with you. So now, wouldn't you want to have those times, those moments precious? See, we believe in creating those lifetime memories with your family, and so that's what we want to do. We want to show you how you can do that. So thank you so much for showing up. We duly appreciate it.
Thank you guys for showing up live, and if you have any questions or comment below. If you guys are watching the replay, just comment below, and if you did have a question, we'll definitely try to cover it after.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. I appreciate you showing up.